This must be the end, I whispered with a fading breath. To learn the things I do not know and then forget those I have learned seemed the biggest loss of all. To start afresh is always a daunting task. Tell me what you know is a tougher question than to explain what one does not know, because in not knowing, all rules are abandoned, and no expectations are unfulfilled. Losing someone or something is applicable to us all. Is it not in defeat that champions arise? Some believe it makes individuals stronger. Why then is there strength in despair? Why are precious stones buried in the muddy waters of hardship? Why does power befriend sorrow, and the bottomless pit harbour renewed spirit? Losing then is not the end. It cannot be, rather it is the beginning of a rekindled spirit. Surely it is better to have had and then lost, than to have not had at all. To have danced in the rain and feel its warm trickles, than to have not tasted this great fruit called life. Confusion has engrafted itself unto me, as I wander aimlessly within these invisible walls. Surely it is better to grow than to shrivel and die. Better, I know, to progress than to regress. As I lay here, these and many other thoughts stomp through my mind. The answers, whether welcomed or not, rip the very gut from within me. For now, what was once wrong has become right, and what was right is now abhorrent. I now realize that when someone is alive, they can actually be dead. And when the gift of breath has escaped them, they could be reveling in the land of the living. Everything, it seems, has fled from me. I have been travelling for a while now, and hunger is the only lullaby that rocks me to sleep. At times, it treats me like a bully that just cannot get enough. It had gripped me like a woman giving birth at an early age. Its claws of pang grips me as if it needs my life for its. Thirst, too, showed no mercy. It dragged me in the dry desert like an underpaid executioner. My cries only spurned it on. Tiredness, too, clamours me like wet clothes in a monsoon. Do I really need these legs of mine? I wondered. Self-amputation will surely lighten the load. But then I will leave a trail of blood and beasts will hound me. The grainy sea and the water from the blue sea will soon put a stop to that. That is it, I said to myself. Whatever I come across first is the choice to make. Flint, death, or a helper. Well, the flint has to be large enough to dig in between my groin and thigh, pull the skin to one side, and dig into the groove. Do I cut from front to back or back to front? What of the pain? What pain? I asked myself. This is no time for indecision. I now know the intricate creases of its smile, and the agony it expels with its foul breath. That aside for now. What if the flint breaks? Then I will have a flint in the groin. What if the helper arrives at that very moment and witnesses my indulgence in self-torture? Will they not just flee? It does not really matter. Who cares how I get there? As long as I am there. What am I saying? Why does my mind run away like the waterfall? My tongue too ignored my wishes to speak. It had become a close relative with the attic of my mouth. They both make jest at me, adamant that we are sworn enemies. When I look to the left, my eyes move to the right. When I try to throw a quick glance to the right, my eyeballs reluctantly sliver to the left. My tools for seeing have become both an amusement and weapons of torture in my skull. They both dance eloquently and independently, to a tune of a rusty merry-go-round. My legs, escaping butchering for now, are heavy under me. Each step had become a chore, and each advance takes the very life I'm trying to preserve. Shall I stop? My limbs question this not, but I dare ask my brain for help. The thoughts will only rattle around in the echoing chamber, and then spit in my face for disturbing its slumber. I must go on. I must crawl towards my invisible destination with an unknown distance. Now and then, I see my destination only a few strides away from me, but it evaporates every time I get close. Oh, it is no use, I mumbled. Many have gone before me. Surely, much more will follow.